The Galaxy S26 Ultra is already creating discussion even before its launch. A new leak from well-known tipster Ice Universe compares the Galaxy S26 Ultra to the Galaxy S25 Ultra. The leak points to 4.5 reasons why some people will want to upgrade, and one big reason why others might skip it. At first glance, the differences look very small, almost too small for a new generation. But when you look deeper, there are real changes inside the phone that many users may appreciate in daily use. The Galaxy S26 Ultra will reportedly keep the same 6.9-inch Quad HD display that we saw on the Galaxy S25 Ultra. If you just look at the size and resolution, it looks unchanged. However, Samsung is expected to switch to the newer M14 OLED display material. This matters because newer OLED material can provide more brightness, better power efficiency, and longer durability. Users should find the phone easier to use outside in bright conditions, and battery drain during high brightness use should be lower. Samsung may also include COE technology, which stands for color filter on encapsulation. This makes the display thinner while also improving brightness and clarity. So even if the screen looks the same on paper, the actual experience may feel better. Inside the phone, performance is getting the update everyone expects. The Galaxy S26 Ultra is rumored to use the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. This is the next flagship chip from Qualcomm. The RAM options remain 12GB and 16GB, and the storage options stay at 256GB, 512GB, and 1TB. While this might seem like no improvement, the RAM itself is changing. The phone is expected to use LPDDR5X memory with speeds up to 10.7GB per second. Faster memory means apps launch quicker, the camera runs smoother, and photo processing is faster and more detailed. Multitasking should also feel more responsive. These upgrades don't show up clearly on a spec sheet, but real-world performance should be noticeably better. The camera system is where most users expect big improvements every year. According to the leak, the cameras will keep the same megapixel counts. The main camera stays at 200MP, the 5x telephoto stays at 50MP, and the 3x telephoto remains 10MP. At first, this may disappoint some people because megapixel numbers have become a marketing tool. But megapixels aren't the only thing that matters. The leak says Samsung will use wider apertures on the main and 5x cameras. A wider aperture allows more light into the sensor, which improves detail and image quality at night or indoors. Photos should also have better dynamic range. The downside is that the phone might use a smaller sensor for the 3x telephoto camera. A smaller sensor usually captures less light, which could reduce quality in zoom shots. Still, combined with software processing, Samsung may deliver better camera results overall. Battery capacity remains 5,000 mAh, which Samsung has used for many years. Some people will be disappointed to see this number again, especially with phones getting more powerful. But this time, Samsung might increase charging speed. Instead of the usual 45-watt limit, the Galaxy S26 Ultra could support 65-watt charging. This would help users charge their phone much faster, especially in short breaks. Even though the battery size hasn't increased, quicker charging makes the phone more convenient. The phone's design is expected to become slightly slimmer. The thickness may drop from 8.2 mm to 7.9 mm, and weight could decrease from 218 grams to 214 grams. These numbers look tiny, but a thinner and lighter device can feel more comfortable in the hand and pocket. This slimmer frame may also explain why there is no bigger battery or larger sensors, because internal space becomes tighter. Even with these upgrades, the Galaxy S26 Ultra appears to be an incremental update. Most improvements are on the inside and don't create a wow factor at first glance. Many people might look at the S25 Ultra and S26 Ultra and think they are basically the same phone. This is the main reason some users won't upgrade. If the smaller sensor on the 3x telephoto camera turns out to be a real downgrade, that could be even more discouraging. Polls from users reflect this feeling. Most people say there is no strong reason to switch from the S25 Ultra. Some are open to upgrading if the price remains unchanged, but only a small group plans to buy it no matter what. The excitement around the S26 Ultra depends heavily on how Samsung markets the phone and how well they explain the internal improvements. Pricing could become the biggest problem. The Galaxy S25 Ultra already starts at $199. Industry sources expect the S26 Ultra to launch at an even higher price. Component and manufacturing costs are going up, so Samsung isn't alone. But when upgrades are subtle, a higher price could cause many buyers to ignore the S26 Ultra. Samsung will need strong marketing and real-world results to convince users that the new model is worth paying for. In the end, the S26 Ultra offers a better display, a stronger chip with faster RAM, wider camera apertures, faster charging, and a lighter design. The one big issue is that it does not look or feel much different from the S25 Ultra. Whether it succeeds will depend on how these improvements feel when people actually use the phone.